Welcome to the Man of Recaps. This is Survivor Winners at War, episode 12. Last episode, Tony just pulled off his crazy blind side of Sophie. This made everyone mad, especially his closest Cops R Us ally, Sarah.
I told myself, Sarah, just keep it cool and don't be pissed.
You just sunk my game. No, I'm done.
Tony apologizes to Ben also for leaving him out of the loop and gets pooped on by a bird or bat. Tony's always up to something. In fact, the next morning, he's ready for some more zany antics. He's famous for his spy shack in his original season where he hid by the water well and listened to conversations. He tried to make a spy bunker on Game Changers, but it didn't go so well. And now his spy game has evolved. He's climbing the tree for his spy nest. He's told his partner Sarah about it. She's like, yeah, I mean, I can't see you. Maybe this'll work. We'll find out later, I hope. For now, a big beef on the island is between Jeremy and Ben. Ben's made it clear he wants Jeremy gone. He's refusing to even talk to Jeremy. He's just like, nothing left to say. I'm not sure exactly why Ben is so mad. I think it goes back to when Jeremy used his walkout of tribal advantage, so their alliance didn't have the numbers anymore. And now Kim steps up. She's been on the wrong side of the numbers this whole game. She wants to change that. She sees now that Tony is the biggest threat in this game. She wants to garner her forces to get him out. Everyone she talks to says they're on board. Looks like plan vote out Tony is a go. Meanwhile, on the edge of extinction, they've got another all-day endurance challenge like bringing down the firewood. This time they're going around the island to pick up coconuts one by one. The first 6 to finish get 2 fire tokens, but after that you get nothing. Natalie is still in beast mode, lapping everyone. Adam, on the other hand, this is not his strong suit. He's fallen behind.
What the hell? Did you really just do that? What the hell? How did he do that? Oh my god.
Boston Rob's doing great till, oh, he slips on a rock and hurts his elbow. Yeah, this looks dangerous. In the end, Natalie's first. Sophie actually comes in second, followed by Yule. Parvati and Tyson come next, so there's only one spot left. Danny's got a shot. She's had a rough time on this show. She slips too on these incredibly dangerous rocks. It's actually Wendell who takes the last spot. Boston Rob fell way behind after his fall, but he's still going. There's no more fire tokens up for grabs, but he's not quitting. He wants to just finish it out as a matter of pride. Now back to the game. Alliances are constantly shifting here, and that's just what Nick wants. We're getting real close to the end here. He wants to pick the 2 people he thinks he can beat and go to the end with them. So he joins up with Michelle and Denise, and they say they're all down for a tight 3, plus Kim as a for now 4. Then it's idol hunting time. Everyone knows Sophie was voted out with 1 in her pocket, and once you're out, it goes back into the game. Tony and Ben are searching together. Tony's really trying to keep Ben on his side. Ben spots the idol in a tree though, and sneakily tries to keep it to himself, but Tony spotted it. Tony told Ben earlier about the idol he has, so now these two both know they each have an idol. In fact, because they're best friends now, Ben picks up Tony and goes running with him. Then once again, immunity is back up for grabs. In fact, 2 immunities are up for grabs, the last man and woman standing. This is the classic challenge where your arm's tied to a bucket of water. If it drops, you get doused and you're out. Jeff gives us some history here. Apparently in season 3, they were just flat on the ground, and this challenge went for 6 hours. Later when they did it, they had you stand on a narrow beam, so that slowed it down a bunch. And now this time, you're not allowed to support your arm with your other hand, so this is the hardest one yet. After 5 minutes, Ben asks if Jeff's gonna bring out some food to tempt them to give up. That's a tradition in this challenge, and Ben's like, man, if I could pick anything, I'd want peanut butter and cookies. First though, Jeremy drops, splash, and then Ben wobbles. Oh, he touched the structure, he's out too. After 10 more minutes, Jeff's bringing out the food, and it is peanut butter and cookies. Sorry, Ben, you don't get any. The rule is if you give up now, you get to eat until the challenge is over. Kim is the first one to say, yeah, screw this, I'm eating cookies. Michelle says, yeah, I'm in too, giving the immunity win to Denise. Nick wants those cookies too, but first makes a deal with Tony for one of the winning fire tokens. Tony snaps that up, so Nick steps down, and Tony's won immunity for the 3rd time in a row. So the challenge is over. Everyone gave up immunity to eat some peanut butter and cookies. This is Survivor madness, but I guess it was just a hard challenge. People figured they couldn't win, just may as well eat some cookies. So unfortunately for Kim, her big plan to vote out Tony has to go on the back burner, so they fall back on voting out Jeremy, which was last week's plan and the one before that. Now Jeremy was Michelle's original closest friend on the island way back from day 1. She's going to write his name down to stay tight with this new alliance, but she would prefer if he didn't go home. So Michelle goes to Jeremy with her 50-50 coin flip advantage. She's giving it to him, and 50-50 shot, it saves him tonight. But Ben is tight with Tony now, and he blabs to him about Kim's plan to vote him out. So Tony goes to his other close ally, Mr. Nick, to see if he'll tell him too. too. But Nick lies to his face. No, I haven't heard your name. So Tony knows that Nick can't be trusted. So Tony now realizes that if they vote off Jeremy tonight, Kim's new alliance will have the numbers. He and Sarah are donezo. Tony tries to explain this to Ben, like, hey man, you gotta squash that beef with Jeremy. We need him on our side. He dubs this new alliance the 2 cops, the soldier, and the fireman, which sounds like the start of a good joke. Ben doesn't want to hear it though. He's not seeing the big picture. He just wants Jeremy out. So at Tribal Council, looks like the vote's gonna go to Jeremy. But Tony and Jeremy start the whispering, and now everyone's worried. Tribal breaks down into chaotic whispering yet again. After a while, it's Denise who's fed up with this. She's like, no, I don't want to hear any more whispers. Let's just vote. Now the votes have been cast. The question is, what idols are getting used? Tony pulls out his idol. He could use it to save Jeremy, and then his vote of Kim is definitely going home. He actually says he's gonna play it for Sarah, which is weird. I don't think anyone was voting for her. In fact, I think this is sort of a bluff to show Sarah that he's willing to play an idol for her. And she's like, no man, no, you hold on to it. I think I'm fine tonight. So Jeremy's like, yeah man, I'd better play my advantage. But he'd really rather hold on to it, and Tony assures him they have enough votes, he's safe. So he puts his trust in Tony, does not play the coin flip. The votes come out, 3 votes Jeremy, 3 votes Kim. But the last votes both go Kim. Yeah, Tony pulled it off. He must have pulled in Ben and Nick again. So Kim is voted out of the game. Bet she regrets stepping down for that peanut butter now. Boston Rob calls it from the jury stand. Tony is running this game. But this majority vote Tony's crafted's not a real alliance. It's a tenuous coalition. Where will it go from here? Find out next week on Survivor. Hit that subscribe button for more of the best recaps of TV and movies. And click the join button to support the channel and be a recap champion.